gamers. Alright guys, come on, we can talk about this. Is this really the best thing for you to do? I mean, we don't really have to do this, right? Look, we're all smart people. I'm made of rock, you have feathers, we can get along. Come on guys, we don't need... Gamers. This is Terokkar Forest, a lush zone that has plenty of green grass, tall trees, and skeletal remains. That's not all though, as this zone has a ton for me to get. So much that this zone took me longer than the last two zones combined. There is so much that I needed to break it down into different categories so we can keep track of everything. The first one I'm calling the main zone. It's pretty much the majority of the zone here. Some vendors, a fishing daily, some rares that roam around, the typical thing that you find in the zones. It's nothing special, but it's just the generic stuff that I'm going to have to get. Next up is the dungeons. This zone has the most dungeons per zone. There are 4 of them here for me to farm. Mana Tombs, Sethic Halls, Akanai Crypts, and the Shadow Labyrinth, for a total of 9 bosses. That's not including the few heroic only bosses that 3 of the 4 dungeons have here. It's going to be a lot of grinding. Not to mention, there's a vendor with 11 items that I need to get from a currency that you can only get from inside of these dungeons. After that is the area called Skettis. It's a lakeside retreat that is infested with Arakoa, and it's home to the mob Terokk. Getting this guy to spawn is a multi-step process where you have to get pages, and then you have to summon other mobs. Those mobs have their own drops, and then once you get all their special drops, then you can summon Terokk, and it's a whole process. It takes a lot of time. He doesn't like giving the drops. There's 7 of them that I need from him. It's going to take me a long time to get everything from Skettis. And the last category I am calling feathers. The Arakoa out here have a chance of dropping special Arakoa feathers. And with 30 of them, I can turn it in for a bag that has a chance of giving me a pair of boots that I need. So basically, I need to farm out these Arakoas to get 30 feathers to get a loot box that has 8 different transmog items inside of it that I need. I painted you a picture of the many items that I need to farm here, and it's a lot, but no better place to start than a fishing daily. Now we can do this. Where's my fisherman man? Hello, old man Barlow. You know what? Outland fishing. I'll get the other ones later. Someone's gonna be mad about that. Bring 10 giant freshwater shrimp to Old Man Barlow. You could find him. Alright. As long as this is in a zone. I think there's a Grand quest that I can't do. They're in Zangamarsh. While I set out my line, let's talk about what I'm looking for. Each of these fishing dailies reward you with a bag of fishing treasures. And inside there could be a bunch of really cool drops. The Noble's Monocle, antique silver cufflinks, a weather-beaten fishing hat, and if you get the right quest, you could even get yourself a baby crocolisk pet. There's 4 of them. But that's not what I'm after. I need 2 items, the razor-sharp fillet knife and the ornate drinking stein. I managed to get everything else over the years, but these 2 just happened to slip by, I guess. But the quest is now done, and let's see what I get in my first bag. Alright, Barlow.
How are you?
What am I getting in my first fishing bag? The razor sharp fillet knife. Right away, got one. What a way to start. We take that. One razor sharp fillet knife. Easy peasy. Good start. Good start. I'm not gonna like get super in depth of like everything, but hey. Doomsayer Jurim, whatever. Give me something. The Grim Sabatons. There they are, plate booties. Plate booties, that's how we do it. Plate booties, one rare item already done today. I love that. You love seeing that, because that's me loving it, seeing it. It's good. Since we're still here in the main zone, let's talk about the rares. The one that you just watched me kill is Doomsayer Jurim, a Draenei that likes boots, I guess, because that's what he drops. I just got the plate ones a few seconds ago. He also likes long walks in the forest because that's where you're going to find him, walking along the different paths of the zone. The second rare that I need is Okrek. This Arakkoa has a fascination with belts as he drops 4 different ones, one of each armor type, you know that's what rares do. He spawns at the various Arakkoa treehouses around the zone. Now if you were trying for the bloody rare achievement, there is one more rare in the zone that you're going to need to kill, an undead beast known as Crippler. He has many spawn points in the Bone Waste just outside of the dungeons. He only drops a ring, so no transmog to farm, but he is part of the big achievement. I don't need him, but in case you do, here's where he is. I'll keep monitoring the rare spawns to see if I can get some more done, but for now, I head into the 3-boss dungeon, the one that has the least amount of items for me to get, the one that has a bird, Sethekk Halls. The first boss is Darkweaver Sith. He was put in charge to defend the Sethekk Halls by Talon King Ikis. Here, renegade Arakkoa who left Skettis went to search for their true god. Sith is to make sure that this search goes with no interruptions, but he didn't account for an earthen looking for a single drop from this feathered defender. The second boss is a heroic only one named Anzu. Anzu is the counterpart to Rukmar. While Rukmar loved the sun and the sky, Anzu preferred the shadows. He was cursed by Seath the Wind Serpent and unable to fly ever again. He was later summoned from the Shadow Realm by the Sethekk cult to attack the Emerald Dream. Back in the Burning Crusade, druids used to summon this guy for their Swift Flight Form quest, but now he is always there in heroic for anyone who wants to try their hand at the Raven Lord mount. Now, I don't need the mount, so it is a bonus drop for a world boss item, but I do need a pair of pants from him. The final boss of Sethekk Halls is Talon King Ikis. This spiritual leader left Skettis and brought a group of Arakkoa with him to search for their promised god. Ikis was receiving dreams of his god while he slept, and those dreams eventually drove him insane, making him declare himself to be Terokk, the greatest Arakkoan king reborn. Nowadays, he's just known for his voice line,
"Trinkets, yes, pretty trinkets."
And I need 6 drops off of him. But that's Sethekk Halls. Let's farm. Hey, I'm here. Good to see you. How you doing? And I got the one item I needed off that boss. We got the light woven slippers right away. There they are. I'm zooming and enhancing. Purple boots. Purple boots. Look at that. Been a long time since I've killed Anzu. I need the Greaves of Desolation, Anzu. Greaves of Desolation. I didn't kill you in time. I forgot about this whole phase. Alright, Anzu, what'd you get? You dropped a ring and you dropped a gun. Neither of what I wanted. Alright. Ah, trinkets. Yeah, trinkets. Oh, pretty trinkets. And what'd you drop? Enchanter's trousers. Cloth pants. Yeah, power and trinkets. There it is. The pants that we just got. And we technically also got the staff. But didn't need the staff. But we got the pants. That's good. You can't even give me the one thing I do want. However, I did just got a belt. The Deathforge girdle. It's a girdle of death, forged in the darkest crevices. There it is. Hey, got a cape I needed. Avian Cloak of Feathers. There it is. Here's another one. That's the one I got, the Avian Cloak of Feathers. I'm down to 3 boss drops and technically the 1 drop of Anzu. This dungeon might go kind of quick. I wasn't recording that one. Shit. Anyway, hey, pretty trinket guy dead. Talon King, he's done. He dropped some bracers, the ones of the benevolent. There they are. Here they are. Another drop. Easy schweezy, easy schweezy. Okay. We'll take a short intermission of these dungeon kills to go check for some rares. I didn't spell his name right. Right. Nope, I never... what did I update? I updated the wrong macro. No wonder it wasn't popping up. I'm a idiot. Okay, there we go. No wonder I couldn't. I bet you he's up. Yeah. Yeah, guys, he's up. He's up. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I need everything. All right, we started with the feathered belt, the mail belt. There it is. It looks like that. Could kind of fit the mog in a weird way, but could you not? Goodbye, sir. Hello, bird. Bird, I need the plate, cloth, and leather belts. Do not give me the mail belt. You didn't. Thank you, bird, for giving me the cloth belt. Let us gaze upon what the cloth belt looks like. There it is. In typical BC fashion, it's very vibrant for no reason. What? Does he not know how to use a bridge? He just like teleported across. Hey. Hey. No teleporting across the bridge. That is illegal. Excelente, we have the Grim Greaves, which are mail boots. Hold on, let me put these... Oh, I need to stop back at the bank to get my lockboxes and stuff. Anyway, here are the booties. There they are. Green boots. Very green. But that's the 4th rare drop done. Rares are going kind of smooth. However, this happened last time. I get 2 drops from each rare, then all of a sudden I just dupe, 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 dupe. So we'll see what happens later on. I know it's annoying to always be running out to check for the rares, but if I don't, then I want to be stuck here way longer than I need to be. So break time is over. Let's finish the dungeon. Stop for a second. Everyone stop for a second. Looking. We have to, I don't know why I'm looking at Hunter. Huh? Notice how the final boss here does not have the Greaves of Desolation on its drop table. And I looted Anzu, I got the belt, and I got the gun. And then I just killed the Birdman, Talon King, and he dropped the Greaves of Desolation. But the Greaves of Desolation they're not on his drop table anywhere. Yeah, we'll check normal. No, good idea, good idea. No Greaves of Desolation. They're not on here. So, I got Anzu's final drop, the Greaves of Desolation, from the final boss, even though they're not on his drop table. Well, I guess Anzu's done then, and then I just need the Trousers of Oblivion, and then we're done set the calls. Hey, anyway, Greaves of Desolation. Here, let's there they are. Yeah, that's what they look like. I don't know. You know what? We'll take it. Someone out there, one of you in the comments will be like, "Oh, Knabble, I know why it did this. Just explain it to me, because I have not a clue how I got that." But I guess Anzu is done. Also, let's not forget, if you have to queue for a dungeon, then you have to wait for other people who are also queuing for it. If you go to 35, you can just do it by yourself and not have to depend on other people. Anyway, Trousers of Oblivion? Yes, actually. I tried to do that cinematically. That was really bad. But that's it. Set the calls is done. We got the Trousers of Oblivion. They don't even look like they're coming from the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. But you know what? There they are. Got them. Set the calls is 100% completed, and we do not need to come back here ever again. I guess maybe if it's easier to farm spirit shards here. Not sure on that farm yet. Yeah, it's a real shame, isn't it? Everything's on fire and broken, destroyed, all falling apart. Only if you could have done one thing to make that not happen. You could have subscribed to the channel. With one dungeon down, it's time to enter the next one, the Auchenai Crypts. The first boss here in the crypts is Terokk, the Dead Watcher. This observer-adjacent construct is not a demon, but an undead, created to watch over the fallen Draenei spirits who wander the crypts. He too shall join them, as I need to farm 2 drops off of him. The second boss is Exarch Maladar. Not only did he create Terokk, he is also the sole living person from the halls of Auchenai. Maladar was driven mad by the loss of everyone and everything that he loved, so much that he turned to the dark arts just to try to preserve the memory, like he did with the Avatar of the Martyred. This is the second mob that spawns during the fight on heroic difficulty. Normally, summoned creatures don't have anything special to drop, but this one here does. It actually has 6 of them. With that, plus the 2 items that I need from Exarch Maladar himself, there's a total of 8 drops that I'm going to need from this boss. 10 drops isn't that bad, so let's just kind of get this over with. Hey, I got the Collar of Command. One of the things I needed. Here it is. Cloth helmet. I wouldn't actually call this a helmet, but it is definitely a collar. And I got 2 int, 2 crit, and the plate helmet. Alright, so that is 1 more drop needed. There really isn't much more to do in this dungeon. This one was pretty close to being done. Don't know why, it just was, but nice. Alright, so I'm not going to do any AoE. I want to just do normal auto attacks to get him low. I don't know what percent I need to get him to. Ben is here. Ben doesn't do that much damage, so I'm not concerned. Neither does Connor. 25%? Okay. I'm going to chill there. I don't know what Ben and Connor are going to do for damage-wise. They didn't do anything.
My fallen brothers, take form and fight.
Right. Let's go ahead and loot. 2 items I needed. Awesome. Now, this guy reset it all. And it has 6 drops that I need. And we got 2, actually, surprisingly. And it's the 2 that I just got, because I had nothing off of him prior. Alright, how bad... Can you kill me? How much damage do you do? Holy shit, you do nothing. Yeah, I just have to run. Good call. Good call on that one, Dome. Good call on that one. It does work, and then we just go again. Anyway, here are the 2 drops that I got off of him. We got the Auchenai Death Shroud. It's a cape. Okay, interesting. Little cape. Then we also got the Skybreaker. It's a mace. Let's talk about what I just did. Since the Avatar of the Martyred is only in heroic, normally I could only kill him once a day. But if I get the boss low, have the Avatar summoned, kill it, and loot it, then reset the boss, I can infinitely farm the Avatar until I get everything that I need. The quickest way to reset the boss is to jump from the bridge near the first one. It's a lot of running around, but instead of having to farm this guy over a few days, I can get everything in a few runs. Okay, I'm really making sure I only kill the Avatar. Avatar dead. Only got 1 item I needed, the Natural Mender's Wraps. Got the Death Shroud. Again, kind of annoying that we got it again, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. It does. Anyway, here are the gloves I got. There they are. Avatar. Dude, I got the cape again. I killed this boss 3 times, and I got the cape 3 times. What is going on? Granic Wild Staff. Oh, it's got little flowers on it. Look at that. It's blooming. Very, very fitting that because right now Noble Garden is going on. Oh, it's even got mushrooms on it. Okay. We didn't get the staff, but I got the show. Or we didn't get the cape, but I got shoulders. We need 1 more item off of him. Into my rubble pile. Anyway, here's what the shoulders look like. Wow. We got it. Will of the Fallen Exarch, meaning this Exarch can also die. Which we need the Sash of Arcane Visions and Slippers of Serenity. Which I got neither. Here is the mace that came off the avatar. There it is. We got the mace. What else did I get? I got a ring that's garbage and a necklace that is garbage. But yeah, something that would normally take you a few days to get done took me less than an hour. Anyway, here are the last couple boss drops. Hey, I needed these slippers. Slippers of Serenity. We got something. Sword! We got the sword that I needed. There it is. That boss is done. We're down to just one drop. One singular drop. And have a lot of stuff done already. Alright, anyway. We got the sash! He dropped it! We're done! There it is. Little old belt. That's it. Akanai Crypts. Or Akanai Quick.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
With those dungeons done, I decided it was time to head into Skettis. This way I could fully understand what exactly I need to do here. I did this farm in the past, but it was a long time ago, and I need a refresher. Though there is one thing that I never did here. The achievement Bombs Away. For some reason, I just never did the quest, and I never did the achievement. So, after a short little quest line, you will meet Sky Sergeant Doran. He will give you a daily quest called Fires Over Skettis. You need to complete this quest in under 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It's just like this is like it's not very often that Khalect gets achievements in Zone Lock because I had so many, but finally I got Bombs Away done. I just never did it. Finally got an achievement that during normal Zone Locked experience. This might be the only second one, not counting like the end of Eastern Kingdoms or the calendar, the classic cleanup. But hey, there it is. We can't go on much more until we talk about Terokk. I said at the start, to summon this guy is a multi-step process, and to those of you who have no idea what this is, I wanted to go over it. To start off, you will need to get some Shadow Dust. These can drop from any of the mobs around Skettis. Once you have 6 Shadow Dust, you can go to an NPC named Severin and get an Elixir of Shadows. Drink the elixir and you will get a 20-minute buff that you can see Time Lost Arakoa. Killing them will give you Time Lost Scrolls. Every 10 scrolls, you can summon a mini-boss. There are 4 of them out here. Each one of them drops a special item. You're going to need to get all 4 of those special items from the different mini-bosses. Once you have all 4, you can go to the NPC hub again and pick up a Time Lost offering. With the offering, you then go to the center island and summon Terokk. Fight him, end him, get his loot. Then repeat the process for every attempt at Terokk for everything you need. This might seem pretty confusing, but once you get here for the first time, there is a short quest line that explains everything that you need to do in step-by-step order. I just wanted to really hammer on that to summon Terokk, you would need 52 items in total just to fight one guy. And that's not the only farm out here though. Those 4 mini-bosses, as I'm calling them, each has their own special drop, I said that, but what I didn't say is that each one of them has their own unique armor drop as well. And between the 4 of them, they have 8 shared drops that they can give you. Needless to say, I have my work cut out for me. Alright. Now let's start with Karog. Alright, Karog is very special because he could drop the Karog Shard held in offhand item. But I did get the Skystalker Bracers, one of the shared common boss drop items that I needed. It wasn't his special item, but it was something that I needed. So here are the Bracers. There they are. They are, they're there. That's what they are. Cool. Ooh, that was too much. That was too much. That was too much. Too much. All right, 17783. No, it's just too much. What if I... Oh. If I do it, if I line it up just right. If I line it up just right. And I actually got his coils. If I stop him at 51%, I can actually do it. This boss is insane. Like, just grinding this guy is going to be a whole challenge. Anyway, I got his special bracers. There they are. There are the special bracers. Wind Rager's coils. That's all said and done. But we still need to farm him a lot for the other rares, so we're still going to be hitting him. I know I just did a bunch of explaining for this area, but there is still one major thing that we need to talk about, and it's about this guy here, Vakis, the Wind Rager. This is one of the mini-bosses here in Skettis. This guy has a bug to him that has been around for years, and they make it so that it's impossible for most people doing this challenge to collect everything here in Skettis. You see, when this fella here reaches 50% health, he goes from his normal look to a skeletal one. And when he is in this skeletal form, he doesn't drop loot at all. And if he doesn't drop loot, you wouldn't be able to get his scale, so you couldn't summon Terokk. Luckily, I had a fix to this. I'm a Brewmaster Monk. I have the ability called Touch of Death. So after changing up some talents and getting my health up as much as I could, I managed to get my max HP over 50% of his HP. Meaning, I can Touch of Death him before he transforms. Barely. I got my HP to around 52% of his, so like I said in the clip, there is a window to kill him, but it's a small one. I really don't know how anyone else my level could farm him without Touch of Death, so I got lucky that I'm a monk. But this guy is super bugged and can be a problem, but I wanted to talk about it before we went any farther. Let's get farming for real this time. Oh, I needed that. Wind Channeler's Cincture of the Aurora. Cloth belt. Cloth belt. What's it look like? There it is. There they are. There they are. That's the belt. Hey, I'm trying to show off my belt, and you're like attacking me. Knock it off. Let's get a bunch of these real quick.
Hello. We will persevere.
So defeat Terokk? Yeah, I could do that. Damn, he's got actually some health. You'll see what I get. I need, what do I need off of this guy? 7 items. We'll see what I get. After we fight for a long time. It wasn't actually that long. It was kind of like a minute, maybe 2 minutes. But here it is. Shield shattered. Yeah, that was it. Did you bomb him? I remembered. He's dead. What do I get? I got the wisdom. I got one of the epic capes right away. Wow, that's a cape. And we'll never look at that again. Should have loot danced this guy instead of the other guy, but whatever. Pants. Skystalker leggings of the Fire Flash. Leather pantalones right there for me. What do they look like? I'm so glad you asked. There they are. That's the pants. Done and done. That's another drop from Terokk. Terokk, whatever his name is. It's dead. We did it. And so that's another 5 items I need to get off of him. 1 item off of Karog. 1 item off of Dark Screecher. And that's it for Skettis. I say that's it, but that's still a fair bit of grinding to do yet. And yes, it was that time yet again for me to fly out and go check for the rares.
That is the name of all time.
Needless to say, I definitely accepted their invite.
Glad you did. Be really awkward if you didn't.
You know what the best part is? I just got a drop from a rare. So me talking about Flash and Melon is going to be in the video.
Hallelujah. He's gonna watch and be like, yo,
it's me, Flash and Melon. Flash and Melon, welcome to the guild. Doomsayer, Urim maybe. I'm not sure how to say your name, but it doesn't matter because you're dead and you're going to give me something I need, yes? Yes, he will. The Grim Slippers. You could even, take those Grim Slippers and, shorten the name altogether and just call them the Grippers. And then it was back to Skettis so I can continue grinding everything here. All right, what'd you give me? Oh shit, Mishra Belt of the Fire Flash. That is a common boss drop. We're down to 4 of those. Down to 4 of them. What does it look like? I'm sure everyone's like in their seats like, what does it look like? There it is. There it is. That is a common boss drop. Dunzo. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, I got a shard. I actually got his special drop. Was not expecting that. Got Karog shard. Karog. Whatever it is, I got his shard. Was very accidental. Was not actually... I shouldn't say accidental. It's just I wasn't playing on it actually dropping that quickly. So, that one's done. So, I need 4 common boss drops. 1 from the Dark Screecher Akari. And then Terokk himself, or Terokk, whatever. Again, I don't know how to say his name. Has 5. Oh, okay. And the bird has been slain, and he gives Terokk's gavel. We got Terokk's gavel. What's it look like? I'm so glad you asked. There it is. There it is. That won't be the last time I have to deal with that. He's dead. I did not get his special drop, but I did get the Sky Stalker's Cord, which is a common boss drop. Which is just a nice little leather belt. There it is. Sky Stalker Cord. Add that to my list of random things. Alright. Another one done. Back-to-back common bosses, or common boss drops from the rares. We got the Wind Channeler's Bindings, Bracers. Back-to-back drop. Wow, they're actually kind of cool looking. I actually like that a lot. I can see that being like an Alliance Mage or something as like an accessory. That's actually not too bad. I kind of like that. I probably spent over 2,000 feathers already and got 1 pair of the boots. Well, it looks like I have a little bit of a grind ahead of me. But hey, that's just life, right? What can you do? What you could do is get a Slate Steel Girdle, back 3 back of the rare common boss drops. Insane, actually. There it is. I've gotten so many rings back to back to back to back. Finally getting stuff that I need feels really good. All right. What'd I get? I got his gloves. I got his special gloves. There they are. Wow, they are very vibrant, aren't they? Holy, are they plate? Yeah, they are. That is a vibrant pair of gloves. My God. But he is done. So at this point, I have 1 common boss drop yet and 4 from Terokk. Dude, we're kind of cruising over here. I'm feeling it. We got the other gavel! And we actually got the toy. It's kind of funny he actually dropped it. We got the other gavel! There it is! We're down to 3 drops for Terokk, and we got the toy, which I already have. If you guys don't know what the toy is, it is the... What's it called? Isn't it Time Lost? Oh, it's a hyphen. Time Lost figurine, which just turns you into an Arakoa. These next 2 clips are going to be a little funky. I'm going to take them out of order of what happened in the zone. There's still 2 more Skettis kills, but there was a lot of stuff that happened in between, and I felt it'd be a lot better to just show these kills and then show the other stuff and then continue on. You know, I actually watched a lore video at one point about the Arakoa gods. It was very interesting. I got them! The Mishra Bracers! We're done the common boss drops. We got them all. Male Bracers. There they are. Terokk's Might! We got the cape. We got the cape. Well, one of the capes, the other cape. Wow, that is also the same size and dumbness as the other cape. Terokk's Might is collected. Dinky little cape, but 2 more drops. 2 more drops, and we are done. The reason why I showed you those 2 really early was because there was a lot of me going in and out of the zone, and I didn't know how to really show it in the video very well. But what I did outside was I killed this rare. I mean, it's kind of crazy that he dropped the feathered waistband. Ukrik, whatever his name is, the bird, is done. And we got a nice, very, very lime green Mountain Dew flavored belt there. Holy. I killed this rare. I need those grim booties, buddy. Grim boots. Grim boots. Grim boots! Alright. Well, the normal rares of Terokkar are already done. They did not take long at all. There are the grim boots. I got stuff from the vendor inside of Shatrath, and I opened up the first Outcast cache. I added everything. Let's open it up. We got one of them. Windwalker sash. The very first one. Cloth belt. Wow, that is... It's like you could count the pixels on that belt. You could just count them. We'll go over later on what an Outcast cache is and how to get them, because they are very important. But right now, it's time to head back into the dungeons. The next dungeon for me to work on here is the Shadow Labyrinth. This one had the most amount of boss drops for me to get, so I spent a good bit of time here. There are 4 bosses for me to clear out. The first one is Ambassador Helmal here. He is an acolyte of pain, dedicated to the art of death. His favorite snack, mortal lifeblood, tinged with a little bit of horror and despair. He might get a taste of his own medicine though, since I need 5 drops from him. Blackheart the Inciter is the second boss of this dungeon. When the Orcish Horde invaded Azeroth, 2 Shadow Council members turned to Auchindoun instead. This burial ground became a perfect place for this warlock to practice his mind control abilities. From him, I just need 2 drops. The third boss is Grand Master Vorpal. Vorpal once convinced Gul'dan to allow him to investigate Auchindoun. Secretly though, he wanted to harness the energy of the cosmic essence that permeate in this area. I need 5 drops from him. The final and most interesting boss of this dungeon is Murmur. The phrases "in the beginning" and "so far away" can't really describe his origin. Murmur's existence is pure destruction. Worlds shatter, and those pieces scatter at his whim. Only the mad would try to summon this elemental, but I'm going to do my best to farm out the 13 drops that I need from him. And there it is. Let's jump right in. Alright, Mr. Helmaw, what are you giving me? I actually got a duplicate. I can't believe it. Anyway, we did get the Soul Wand of the Aldor. There it is. It's a wand. It's very sparkly. Very, very sparkly. But hey, it's a +1. We got at least something. I did also get some plate boots that I already had, but we got the wand. I wasn't recording. I hit the button to stop recording. It's still the same old me. I might be in a new expansion, but I'm still doing the same old tricks. Moonglade gloves. Got them off the one boss here. There they are. Just want to throw them out there. It's another boss drop. Hello, Murmur. We love that noise. One. There's no shot he actually gave me a duplicate. You're kidding me. He had 13 drops for me to get, and he actually gave me one that I already had. Whatever, dude. I got the Robe of Oblivion, and it's indestructible. There it is. I'm actually a little annoyed that he gave me a duplicate. That is, I'm genuinely annoyed. But there it is, Robes of Oblivion. Wow. Just another lot of items to get from him. Just another lot of items to get from him. Show gear for a bit? Dude, this is Horde Khalect. He doesn't have, like, anything proper gear-wise. But we did get this Platinum Shield. I needed this. There it is. Kind of, like, flipped here. Let's get rid of that. There we go. We got our Platinum Shield of the Valorous. The Dodge Shield, which is very funny. That has Dodge, but also had Strength and Intellect. Ooh. That's another thing done. I am a little upset that I got the same item twice, but hey, it is what it is. Because Heroic, for some reason, doesn't scale right. But 35, yeah, you'll be fine. We got another wand. Wand of the Netherwing. Oh, that's... Yo, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I've never noticed this. That is a boss done. But isn't there a wand in... Isn't there a wand in Blackwing Lair that is very similar to this, but has, like, black dragons on it? Yeah, this one. I never knew that they had a different version of it now with Netherwings. I never knew that. That's really cool. I don't know why. I really like that. All right. Dreamwing Helm. Dreamwing Helm. Male helmet. There it is. It's a dragon. Like, just was not paying attention. Well, anyway, what did drop was the Wrathfire hand cannon. That's a lot of barrels. So there is the gun. That is another drop done from Grandmaster Vorpal. We did get ourselves a nice Wrathfire hand cannon. Goodbye, Murmur. What do you give me? Oh my god. Balders of Oblivion. Wow, those are some shoulders, huh? Those are some shoulders, huh? Anyway, just like every other goddamn dungeon, these bosses that have loads of drops for me to get, somehow, some way, they still only give me one drop and a duplicate every single time. How do you keep doing that? It's bullshit. All right, well, I got that out of my system. Let's continue grinding it out. Okay, we got the Jadefire Gloves of Annihilation. That's a thing. There they are. They are gloves. They are cloth gloves. That's that. I do need to murder the man. Hey, I got the hollowed pauldrons. There they are. Interesting. Well, again, somehow he gives me a sword. There's the caster sword that everybody likes. The one-handed caster sword. We got it. But more importantly, we did get the Silvermoon Crest Shield. Kind of relevant for the current expansion. Before they became Blood Elves, they were still High Elves with the blue things. I'm pretty sure that's the lore of it. I could be wrong. But there it is. We got the shield. That's cool. All right. If we look at the time, we've been here for way too long, and I have so much more to get done, so let's flash by some of these drops really quick. Well, there's that. And that. There's another one. That one's pretty cool. And there's some more. Oh, here's another one. Oh, and there's that. And there's that one. And we'll leave off here. I took a little break from the dungeon, just, get some fresh air. And while I was out there, I decided to stop by the lower city vendor inside of Shattrath. Doing all the dungeons got me exalted with them, and I wanted to pick up a few things that I was missing. After that, it was time for another fishing daily. Today's quest was fishing up a baby crocolisk from either Stormwind or Orgrimmar. The quest has a chance of giving you one of those baby pets. And to remind everyone, getting one of them is on my list of bonus drops. Old Man Barlow has given me Snarly's bucket. There it is. Do you know what this means, guys? Now that I got Snarly's bucket. If we look here at the bonus list, croc pet from fishing. The quest came up. We managed to get one of the croc pets. Meaning I am allowed to buy myself one item from a world boss. So, let's see what do I want to buy? I want to look at Kazak. Let's find like a decently priced one that I don't care about. Maybe we'll look down here. And one being 57k, the Exodar Life Staff, which is a good looking one. Let's see if it is actually that expensive. That's part of how I will handle world bosses. Here it is. This is what I bought. The first item that I can get from a world boss is the Exodar Life Staff. The first bonus drop is a crocolisk pet. Again, these are all things that I already have, so I don't really need to go for them, but if I do get them, I can reward myself a little bit. And honestly, it's a really good looking staff, like super, you're a Draenei priest, you take this staff, it looks really good. But we need to head back into the dungeon because Shadow Labyrinth isn't done yet. These two bosses have something in common, and no, it's not that they're in the same dungeon, it's that they both wear the same pant size. Now how do I know this? Because both of them drop the leggings of assassination. I'm pretty sure it wasn't always the case that these two dropped the same pants, but it is how it is now. So, I used my super giga smart brain and came up with an extremely elaborate plan to get these pants. I'm gonna farm the first boss over and over until I get them, instead of doing the whole dungeon to get the pants. I mean, do you really need to be... Like, I understand that rogues have the assassination skill, Squish, but let's be real, like, you don't need to be a rogue to assassinate someone. You need to be a rogue to assassinate someone stealthily, I would say. Got him. We got him. Leggings of assassination. There they are. The final drop, Shadow Labyrinth, is done. These pants took a lot longer to get than I thought it would take, but you know what? We did it. It took a lot longer, but we got them. Wasting no time, I ran into the mana tombs to try to get that done as quick as possible. The first boss in here is Pandemonius. He is an infamous Void Lord, apparently, known as the Duke of Chaos, the Eater of Nations, the World Slayer. He was one of the commanders serving under Dementius when Koresh was destroyed. Later, bound by the Nexus Prince Shafar to do his bidding. From him, I need 3 total drops. Alright, first boss, Mana Tombs, Pandemonius. I got the Mind Rage Pauldrons. Wow. Next in line is Terokk. He was summoned by the underlings of Kelt the Sunstrider to gather the arcane energies from beneath the Mana Tombs. But doing so, he freed himself of the elven influence and gathered what we like to call free will. With that free will, he consumes anything that gets near him. From the bigger rock man, I need 4 drops. A double drop from Terokk here. I got the Mantle of the Sea Wolf. Wow, wow. And we also got the Lightning Rod Pauldrons. So I got 2 drops off of him, both shoulders. Already 3 drops, nice. The final boss is Nexus Prince Shafar. He is convinced that there is treasure buried beneath the Mana Tombs and has brought an army of ethereals to find it. That's literally it. This man is greedy and wants his treasure. So he's stopping anyone from trying to get into the Mana Tombs, around the Mana Tombs, anything about the Mana Tombs, he's stopping it. But I'm going to get the 6 drops that I need from him. Nice. I got myself a belt. Hold on. Stop moving, Khalect. Thank you. The glyph-lined sash. There it is. You can barely see it on me. I also got this random shield. I mean, who cares about the shield? I don't. We got this belt. There it is. Nice and nice. There is one more heroic-only boss named Yor, but he's currently stuck in a ball. We don't need to worry about him right now, as I have no way of opening the prison ball, so in the future, when we get the key, we'll be back. But that's it for the Mana Tombs. I don't have many drops to get in here. Let's just get it done. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if any of my other characters actually had it. I got both drops that I need from that boss done. That boss is just done now. What did you drop for me today, Nexus Prince Shafar? The bow. We got the bow. The ethereal warp bow. Another bow. Boots. We got ourselves the ethereal boots of the Sky Strider with indestructible on them. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The ethereal boots of the Sky Strider. Road of the Great Beyond. Extravagant boots of malice. We got the boots. Here are the boots. They are... Yeah, they're cloth. Don't actually fully look like cloth, but... Man, those pixels, huh? You can really see how many... Like, you could really count the pixels on that thing. What'd I get? The girdle! I needed that. The Stillwater girdle. Look at that. Here it is. That's a color scheme. That's like the Drek color scheme right there. You son of a bitch. Right when I cast a Chi Burst, you teleported away. Get touched to death. Oh my golly gee willikers, I got the Bands of Negotiation. Cloth bracers. Oh wow, it's the Oblivion set. Cool. Didn't realize we had to negotiate with demons. There they are. We're down to 2 drops for normal, and then obviously we have Yor and Heroic that I can't do yet, so not too bad. I am nearing completion of all the dungeons out here. That's pretty apparent. But when I wasn't streaming, I was farming out spirit shards, so that way when the time came, I could just buy everything and be done with it. And during one of those farms, I might have got one of those things that I'd really like to get. Thank God I'm recording. I got a world drop epic. I got Don Santos' famous hunting rifle. Your attack and range attacks have a chance to increase your attack power by 33 for 10 seconds. Oh shit, look at that. I actually got a world drop epic. I just killed the boss and all the packs here, watching a video as I do my dailies, just trying to get some spirit shards. And I got a gun. Alrighty, back to the dungeon for those last 2 drops. Do you think this boss here, Mr. Nexus Prince Shafar, would drop the Mask of the Howling Storm? He did drop the Mask of the Storm. There it is. Look, wow, that's I got it. I got the Robe of the Great Dark Beyond. I'm done Mana Tombs.
Let's go!
Wow, that's very pink. That's extremely pink. And with that, I'm done all the dungeons, I got enough spirit shards, and I'm buying everything from the vendor. That is all said and done. I don't need to go back to dungeons anymore until we get a thing for Yor. But what I do need to do is go back to Skettis to finish up everything over there. How did he not use his shield at all? Or did you do something to stop his shield? Okay. I need Slate Steel leggings and Wind Chandler's leggings. One of the 2, please. Yes! Wind Chandler's leggings. Got Terokk's wisdom? Hell yeah, dude. I got the Wind Chandler's leggings. There they are. They're pants. They don't actually look that bad. Very Alliance coded. Maybe High Elf coded even. I'll take that. But hey, we got the pants. Click. Learned. One more item. Slate Steel leggings. One more item. And then we are done with all the rares in Terokkar Forest. Terokk here. Well, he sucks. I don't know how else to put it. He just sucks. I spent most of my time in the zone farming this birdman for a pair of pants. Nonstop. That is all I did after the dungeons. I didn't want to work on anything else until I had this pair of pants. Hour after hour, kill after kill, nothing but duplicates. You spend 20 minutes gathering all the materials to summon him just to get the same pair of pants over and over. An hour turned into 2, 2 into 3, 3 into 4, and so on and so on. Until almost 10 hours after the previous drop, it happened. Slate Steel leggings. I'm not even gonna look. I'm not looking. No shot! I just had to not look! I just had to not look! Oh my god, I got him. Oh, my 37 kills. 37 kills. I heard the noise from the achievement thing pop up. It was a little delayed. So I'm like, I didn't get it. And then I heard it. I'm like, no way. Oh my god, I did it. It's finally done. Terokk is done. And there it is. 37 kills. You could do the math. If I killed him every single time, heals up. For every 4 kills in Terokk is a minimum an hour. Now it's 37 kills. Thank God that's done. Thank God that is done. The final part here in Terokkar is the feathers. The Eriko feathers can drop from any of the bird people in the zone, pretty much. And with 30 of them, you can open a bag. The bag can be purchased from Vekax. These bags are a bit special. Not only do you need the 30 feathers, but there's also somewhat of a rep requirement for this. You see, if you're below Honored with Lower City, you can buy these. But once you hit Honored, you can only buy them again once you hit Exalted. Luckily, I got all the rep from the dungeons, so it's just time to farm out feathers. Alright, you see how I fought those birds? That's just what you do. I am not going to put you guys through watching me kill these birds a lot. Okay, I did it for a very long time, and a very long time. I'm not gonna put you guys through that. I'm me just basically farming for a feather. So I will show you though. Me opening up a bunch of bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy here has the outcast cache. I got the very first cache we did for the show how it works. I got 1 drop. I now need 7 more items to get from here, and some of these are not very common. So we're gonna be here for a hot minute, okay? Let's see what I get. First one. Talonite belt. The belt is done. I want to just immediately learn these so that way they don't pop up anymore. The Talonite belt. Raven Guard's baldric. I think it actually upgraded to blue. It was supposed to be a green, but I think it upgraded. Talonite belt. First duplicate. Talonite belt again. Another duplicate. Raven Guard belt. Another duplicate. Dreadhawk belt. The male belt. Got that done. So we're done with all the belts, and now we're down to the boots. And then we got another Windwalker sash. All right. All right, let's see what I get. First one. Boots! We got this Cinchbald of the Fireflash, Dreadhawk Cinchbald. I don't even think that's a real word. But we got them. There's boots. Next one. Another pair of boots! Windwalker's foot wraps of the Quick Blade. Okay. We got another pair of boots. Okay, I was say didn't think I was gonna get any more boots. In fact, I got 2 pairs of boots. Pretty good. Pretty good to get 2 boots back to back like that. I'm kind of happy with that. 2 more drops to go, and that is tomorrow. Farming those last 2 drops. Just to keep everyone on the same page, the Raven Guard Greaves are the only thing that I need. Just the Raven Guard's Greaves. Once this is done, I can leave the city or leave the zone and go to another one. I farmed out 10, which is 300 feathers. Let's see what I get. No, and that was 76. 77 attempts. 78 attempts. 79 attempts. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. And finally, 85 attempts. Not a single pair of boots. Not a single pair of boots. They are all belts, and I did get the leather one. That's crit verse, perfect stats, other than I have leech on that one. That is... Oh my god, that's insane. 85. Do 85 times 30. That's how many feathers I've turned. I've almost turned in 3,000 feathers. I have almost turned in 3,000 feathers.
Many deals for a friend.
Is it possible that I bought feathers last night just in case someone tried to spike the price of them? Maybe. Maybe I bought some just in case. Just in case someone was going to try to spike the price. And they did go up just a little bit. I bought a lot. I bought 1,000 feathers.
Now, Knabble, why are you buying feathers? You said you weren't going to be using the auction house, and I'm not. I didn't buy the item itself. I bought the feathers, which get consumed to buy the bag. I figured this was kind of skirting the edge, but it's still part of the rules. It's a consumable. I'm not buying the item. I bought these. I turned in 3,000 feathers already, and you're going to see me turn in a lot more to get everything that I need and how much time is going by. So, yeah, I bought some feathers.
And they're all, look, they're glowing. They're shiny. That's how they know it's time to do stuff. All I need is the Raven Guard's Greaves. Here we go. Okay. Okay, that's 133 attempts. Still don't have the plate boots. Still don't have the plate boots. All right, another 33 bags. Another 33 bags. Are we ready? Ready to open them all again? Here we go. Another pair of duplicate boots. Male boots that time. We're looking for the plate boots. Looking for the plate boots. Wear them plate. There's male boots again. Don't you do this to me. I need the plate boots. Plate boots, please. The Raven Guard's Greaves. Come on now. Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Got him. I 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 got him. Okay, we're good. They dropped. They dropped. Finally. 159 attempts. 159 attempts to get the boots. We finally got them. 159 times 30. I don't really care about doing the math right now. Maybe in the video I'll do it, but that's how, right here on screen, that's how many feathers I've spent trying to get these boots. And that is the last item from Terokkar Forest, not counting the fishing daily, which I'll keep coming back for every day. Thank God it's over. We have Nagrand that is also adding Caverns of Time to it. I have Shadowmoon Valley, which I'm also adding Karazhan to this one. We have the starting zones, which is both the Draenei and Blood Elf starting zones, their counterpart zones, so Blood Mist Isle and Ghostlands, and Isle of Quel'Danas. So we'll have Magistress Terrace and Sunwell. And lastly, we have Blade's Edge Mountains, which Gruul's Layer's in there, but then we also have all the Ogrelaw dailies. Okay. And they're off. Who's in the lead? It looks like it's Shadowmoon Valley currently in the lead right now. Oh, up, maybe not. Who's down here? Who's in the lead? Looking at Nagrand. Nagrand might actually be in the lead. But Blade's Edge is trying to push Nagrand out of there. Oh, it's hot. Very hot. Nagrand is still in the lead. Just barely. Someone died. Oh, a bunch of them are dying. Goodbye, Blade's Edge. 2 Nagrands. Oh, lots of Nagrand. Lots of Nagrand. Ah, yes, the Flags of Fuckery. We remember this one. But Nagrand is going right through it. Onto a plate. Down into another. Oh, straight in the hole, dude. Nagrand has such a lead. It is such a lead. That one's dead, though. The rest here, such a lead. If we do have Nagrand, it means I'm going to also have to go to Caverns of Time. I'll hop over this. No! Nagrand! Nagrand is dead. Who's next? Shadowmoon Valley might be taking the lead now. Holy, no one saw this happening. Nagrand messing it up completely. But Shadowmoon Valley now be taking over the lead. Oh, they're stuck in a beaker. They're dropping. Wait, no. Another Nagrand took over. Nagrand is back in the lead. But not that one. It's this one. We're going up. Nagrand was upset that we didn't get it last time, but this time around we can do it. No, you're on an angle, Nagrand. Be careful. Oh, Nagrand's getting thrown around. So's the other one. But I think it's going to be the winner. Nagrand has won. We're going to arguably one of the best zones in TBC.
With Terokkar Forest now done, 3 zones have been completed by Khalect. Now seems like a really good time to talk about the markers on the map. The triangle represents Caverns of Time, meaning Nagrand is also going to do Caverns of Time. The skull represents Karazhan, so in Shadowmoon Valley, I'll also unlock Karazhan. The star is a little different. That just shows that when I get to Terokkar Forest, I will be able to spin for the Draenei and Blood Elf starting zones. Though Khalect is now done with Terokkar, let's get him into Nagrand. What? You expected something fancy? Ladies and gentlemen, you made it to the end of the video. I very much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. If your name is on the side, you are a YouTube member, so I appreciate you because you keep doing this and allowing me to do the things that I want to do. I like it. You will notice that this video came out on a Monday instead of a Sunday. I am giving that a try, that having videos come out on another day. It allows me to have another day to edit, so I'm hoping that works out. If not, we'll go back to Sundays, but you'll be up in the know. Discord, I have one. Twitch, I stream there. YouTube, you're watching it. Subscribe, like it, all that jazz. You guys know what it is. It's YouTube stuff. But I appreciate you watching one way or the other. I do apologize if there's a little bit of delay on this one. I think you could see why. There was a lot of stuff here, and it took me a while to get through it all. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, and I will start working on the next stuff, I guess. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling until the ending here. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Bye.